people. Que pasa, suck, pussy, what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. There was a popular song back in the days. It goes something like this. Everything go on a foreign, a yardie get the blame, Jamaican get the blame. Well, people, this is the remix. Everything that goes on in Spanish Town, a Tickman get the blame. Tickman is always a person of interest or the most interested in all the persons of interest. His name is like a revolving door with everything that is bad in Spanish Town. He was, without a shadow of a doubt, the new kid on the block when the new kid on the block was hot. He was definitely the head honcho in charge of everything in a Spanish Town as it pertains to criminality. His name was ringing like a church bell. He was the boogeyman as it pertains to crime, whether it was robbery, whether it was shooting, whether it was the takeaway. He was the La Castra Nostra, the Don, the John Gotti of Spanish Town. Anything from A to Z as it pertains to crime. Tickman's name was called up. So when you talk about La Castra Nostra, the Dons of Dons, the Mafiosa and the cartel, it was Tickman's name you hear. It seems as if the bloggers on YouTube were singing on his name unjustly. It seems as if you don't know anything about crime or any other Don or any other shatter in a Spanish Town or Jamaica, you must have heard or known or think you know Tickman in a intricate details. You know him to be one of the worstest of the worst. The latest incident was an incident that occurred in a place called Waterloo, that is in St. Catherine, Spanish Town to be specific, where a family of 3, including an unborn, was taken out in a very brutal way. The JCF, they put out a person of interest list with about 7 people, 5 of them residing in Jamaica and 2 overseas. Of all 7 names that we heard, Mr. Tickman was the name of most interest of all the persons of interest. However, it seems as if all of what we've been hearing over this time is all a lie. People just call up him name, meaning bloggers, including myself, for clout and views. It seems as if what we thought we knew and what we've heard from persons in a law enforcement from the streets, it was all information coming from the rumor mills. It was all hearsay. No sorts of facts. And the reason why I said this, after the Popo put up a person of interest list, we heard from the media that, listen, somebody turned themselves into the Popo, that person went into the Popo, and they had a question and answer, and afterwards that person walked out the door. No source of charges. It was all a big misunderstanding. I said to myself, it seems as if the Popo dropped the ball again. They were defaming somebody's good character. I had no idea that the person that actually turned himself in to the Popo with his lawyer by his side was actually Tickman. I said to myself, who is this brave fellow on this list of 7 after he realized that one person, meaning Gaza or Gaza man, was taken out within about 24 to 48 hours after the 3 family members lost their life. Mr. Tickman did an interview with TVJ. In that interview, it seems as if he was doing some sorts of damage control. He was pretty much clearing the air wanting to save his good name and character. Did not want the bloggers, the media, and the Popo JCF to trample on all that he has worked for, to build his career, build his reputation. People, I want you to take a look at this interview, and then I'll give my piece.
After the triple killing of a family in Waterloo, St. Catherine, early Wednesday morning, the police released the names of several persons of interest they wanted to question in relation to the murders. A man identified with his alias Tickman was among the list. We later learned that his real name is Ofni Loban. Mr. Laban says he went to the police on Thursday.
Them call me enough man of interest and them give me a time. I'm going out before the time. I'm going with my lawyer. You see me? And I like me alone what going. I'm going with my lawyer. We share thoughts with the officer them from St. Catherine Division, and them take with them talk to me and everything. Lawyer they present, and I end up go home.
He has reached out to us because he says the police turned up to his girlfriend's house on Thursday while no one was there. He's concerned that they went there because he visits her frequently.
I end up go home, then I get calls as someone we used to be before. Today we hear say, yo, police. We have all the footage of the police them on the camera. Them all come still and end up test the gate, walk around the premises, but the gate was closed. You understand? But as what I tell you, so the camera dead. So the camera intercept everything where them end up come and said, and I do.
Our newsroom reported on Mr. Laban's release Thursday after he was questioned by the police, but he wants the lawmen to go further by making it known publicly he's not wanted for the triple murder or any other crimes committed.
Them not abuse my right in no way, yeah, but them still never really take a time out for really end up put out back for say, yo, Open Laban did end up come in, Open Laban did end up clear himself, Open Laban for real for make people end up have it a better way more than all them for have it.
I asked Mr. Laban if he's a violence producer, a term used by the police to describe persons who they say are perpetrators of criminal activities. He has disassociated himself from that label, expressing surprise that he was even named as a person of interest.
With me in a Spain or anywhere at all, we might be end up share space. We do more good more than bad. You understand? We'll eat more good more than bad. Because when I go say you're the perfect type or you understand? But everybody have an upstage of life where them might be upgrade. You understand? So things we might be doing in the past, we not do no more. You see what I say? So we reach a stage where right now we might be share thoughts with people and try to have you to live up and have you to hold up.
Now people, when we hear or listen to an interview like this, it is like we've been hearing that the sky is blue for all of our lives, and then one day a set of conspiracy theorists come up with a theory and tell us, you know, say, I just you feel blue. The sky is not really blue. The sky grey or the sky pink. It is all in your mind. They have brainwashed you. So therefore, this man is trying to make us think that everything that you've been hearing for the last couple of years or so, it is all an illusion. It is all a figment of your imagination. And isn't it even ironic that one of those persons of interest that is of least interest, meaning Gaza or Gaza man, and I am not saying that he is not a crime producer. However, when we look at the criminal Richter scale, we would think that Tickman would be the person of most interest. However, the Popo went for Gaza man and they took out Gaza man. However, they knew exactly where Tickman hung out, where he could be found, and they did not go for him. They gave him a date, and he came in before that date. He turned in himself to the Popo along with his lawyer. You and I know that this is no sort of rickety-tickety, riff-raff lawyer. It is probably up there with the Champagne and all of the other top lawyer. So pretty much the reason for doing this interview with TVJ is to clear his name. Not only is he upset that he was even called, he was surprised that his name was being mentioned in this. He wants the Popo to go further and clear his name and say definitively, listen, this man don't have nothing to do with nothing. This man, Mr. Loban, is not a person of interest. This man is not a criminal. So you hear how he sounds bold. He sounds arrogant, as if he knows, listen, we've been down this road before and we know exactly what the result is going to be. He came, he pulled up with his lawyer, more than likely a top lawyer. They did a question and answer, and then after that question and answer, they let him go scot-free. They came to the conclusion that, listen, unanimously, this man is innocent. This man has nothing to do with nothing as it pertains to crime or Spanish Town. This man is so big, bad and bold in the interview with TVJ. He might make you know, say, then listen, me nah hide. Them know exactly which part me there. Them know which part my girlfriend there. They've been there on several occasions. I walk around, I saunter around the place. Me pick them up on CCTV. So therefore, I know they were there before them know, say, me know where them there are them there. People, when you think about this, it shows you that them act like this man was hiding. However, this man was actually hiding in a plain view. So therefore, the Popo must have been walking around with their eyes wide shut. Because them see, where them want to see, them go for who them want to go for. And then the other people them get a hall pass as it pertains to badness in a Spanish Town. So he wants the police to clear his name of the triple takeaway of that family in Waterloo, and also in extension everything else that you've heard his name being called upon. It is all defamation of character. Him have nothing to do with nothing. He said it himself. I am not going to say that I am the best and I am an altar boy and I am Jesus' son and my record clean. However, that was in the past. I am looking forward to the future. The future holds me like I have been doing lately, looking out for the youths. I have done more good than bad. So therefore, when you weigh the pros and the cons, I would definitely come out as one of the good guys, one of the legal, law-abiding, tax-paying citizen in a Jamaica. I am just like the average person. There is no sorts of bad that I have done. I am redeeming myself. I am fully rehabilitated. It is all a big misunderstanding. The Popo needs to get their facts straight. My lawyer and I spoke to them and we come to an amicable agreement. We come to an understanding that, listen, going forward, look otherwhere. Do not bark up this tree because the person that you have as a person of interest or a crime producer, I am no longer that person. I have not been that person for the longest time. I am now redeemed. I am now rehabilitated. So therefore, stop barking up the wrong tree. Bark somewhere else. Take your show, take your parade somewhere else. People, only in Jamaica this could happen. So when we hear stuff like this, we should not be surprised, because unlike back in the days where we used to watch some sorts of African show, and we say, them people are corrupt. This place is run by dictators. This place is run by nothing but corruption and criminals. This is Jamaica, Africa 2.0. This is Jamaica, Haiti 2.0. Gangsters, corruption, politician, evilous people run the ground. We are all at the mercy of these criminals in our Jamaica. I am speaking about the legal, law-abiding, tax-paying citizen like you and I. We don't have no talk, gangster, money talk, and BS walks. There's a saying that goes something like this: Whenever money talk and power talk, the truth is silence. Common sense become uncommon. What we think is rational thinking, what we think looks one sort of way, it can be changed as long as you have the money and the power. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like this, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.